just a couple things for you to think about. Swaziland is coming up. If you're new here, we began a partnership, a 10-year partnership in the little South African country of Swaziland. We will be taking our third team into Swaziland in June of 2018. And so I wanted to just give you just a little info. As of right now, 2.5 years into the partnership, you have raised and given away to Swaziland $106,500. So thank you for that. A lot of that money has gone into a project in Soweto in the city of Manzini. 2 years ago, June of 2016, we dug the footings for this building. You can see it is nearing completion. We got an update just this week, a photo with the new windows in place and the new doors in place. And it is a fantastic building. It is so much nicer than the building you're sitting in. But a couple of things happened as we've been nearing the end. In fact, in June of this year, our team will dedicate this building, and it will soon become a CDC, a Child Development Center. We'll be feeding hungry children out of this place. This is a public school, Mdenzulu. These are projects you've already done. We got connected to this school. This school's been renovated and repainted. The glass has been replaced. But the large project here was clean water. You funded clean water for not only the school, but the village. This is a little mountain village, never had a water well, never had clean water. And I don't know if you know this, the average child in the third world walks 6 kilometers for clean water. Are you aware of that? Are you aware that 98% of all sexual assaults occur on young girls walking for water because they have to walk it every single day? When a water well is placed into a village, things transform. It's unbelievable the changes. And you paid and raised money to put that whole system you're looking at, those water tanks. We pump that clean water out of the ground. It resides in those water tanks. It fuels clean bathrooms. Now this school has working bathroom facilities. Until you get clean water on site, it's an outhouse, and the disease and the things that go with that. So thank you. These are projects already done. You put a roof on a church in Intinyane in 2016. You did Mfuntini and Mulamini in 2017. And you can see a couple of those projects up there. In Duma is your Child Development Center. You feed about 130 kids 5 days a week out of that facility at Nduma. That's a mountain village. 80% of the adults in that village have died of AIDS, HIV. 20% are at risk. So 130 children are fed every day a hot meal 5 days a week out of that facility, and you fund that. That's a part of the money that you give and go on, plus all the donations for shoes. Somebody asked us, why don't we get to see video of distributing? We raised money and you gave away shoes, and we didn't get to see them given away because we don't exploit that. Number one, we usually are not the people giving them away. We are usually giving them to child development centers or local churches who then are able to distribute them locally. So we're usually not even present when they're given away, but we don't like to pull the cameras out and take photos of people who have come to receive shoes. It just is not how we do it. And so thank you. We didn't keep any of the shoes. They all were distributed. But just so you know. So here's how the projects work. Every year you raise money through Faith Promise, and we declare an amount for project money, and we go about, we send a representative over in late November, early December. We decide exactly what projects we will fund. There is a budget that we spend every year in Swaziland. We don't just let them dictate the budget. We say, here's what we've raised, and here's what we're going to spend. And every year as we exit in December and we have determined now what it is, we're finishing Soweto. There's clean water at Soweto site. The building will be completely dedicated. We'll do all of that work with the project money. In the meantime, 4 more churches contacted us and said, we've built buildings and we would like to put a roof on the building. Here's what happens. Little churches, they take an offering every week. And if they raise $5, they buy $5 worth of cement blocks. They don't use dollars, by the way, but and over a period of years, they get themselves a building built, but they can never raise the capital to put a roof on it. That takes thousands of US dollars to do. And so they call us. Now, eventually, we'll get to these churches. In some year, we will put them on the project list, and they will come out of the project money. But if God laid it on your heart and said, I'd like to put a roof on one of these buildings today, you can do that. At Minjani, the roof is about 6,500 At Lebowini, it's about $7,500. At Cebu C. Sweeney, it's about $8,500. Lebovo, which is a really big building, it's about $1,350 or $13,500. So if God lays that on your heart, think about that, and we can put those roofs on this year. If not, we'll push them to projects for future years. Does that make sense? Always, you're already given money, you're doing a lot of good work. The need is always greater than our annual budgeting for that. So if you wanted to help out, we'd love for you to do that.